Hey, good morning. Whoops, my thing fell over here. Here, let me get it straightened out here. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's start over again. That's what happens when you do something live. Can't correct it. Anyway, hey, good morning, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy Solution. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday morning so far. Emily and I just got back from the gym. I still have all my stinky workout stuff on. This is Thursday, and so those of you that follow me know that we're actually doing our 24-hour fasting every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we're doing a true fast, which means we have 0 calories from our last meal last night till our first meal today around 6 o'clock. I will break my fast with something very lean. Sometimes I like to do it with kefir and my veggie protein and my Dr. Axe collagen protein. Collagen is known to help your skin and hair, and that's what we're looking to do, try to slow premature aging down. But tonight I'm going to go ahead and break my fast with 2 lean grass-fed turkey sticks before I have my main meal to kind of get my gut ready to go. Okay? So anyway, today's topic. I'm going to rant a little bit today. I'm really getting tired of this because it's happening a lot. And even though science is proving that you can reverse prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and a fatty liver, along with obesity, by just changing the foods you're eating and the time you eat them. And there's a lot of science out there proving this to be true. And there's even doctors that are proving it on their own patients. One in particular is Dr. Jason Fung, who's been using this program on his patients for well over 10 years. And in his seminars that he's doing now, trying to teach other doctors this same program to get their patients off of medication, he stated in one of the seminars that Emily and I we were listening to, because that's who we were basically educated by, that for 20 years he was treating his patients the wrong way, because most all of you that know somebody that is pre-diabetic or is a diabetic and that is on medication, you guys know that medication is not reversing the disease. Because if it was, then why have they been on it for 3, 4, 5, 9 years? I mean, those of you that follow me know that Emily and I have become specialists in helping people reverse prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, and fatty liver. And we've been very successful in getting them off the medication. Just by what I said, we have a diabetic program for our clients. And so the problem I'm having, it's not really a problem for me, it's a problem for my clients, because we always tell our clients, we're not doctors, but if you are working with a doctor, you need to work with your doctor. And what I'm always telling my pre-diabetic clients is to document everything, document your glucose levels, document your ketone levels, put the time in there and the day, so that you can give the record to your doctor, especially those of you that are on multiple medications and you've been on the medications for a long, long time. Now, I don't know why most pre-diabetics or type 2 diabetics who are on medication, they don't research the side effects of the medication because they're horrendous. Kidney failure is one of the top ones. It's just multiple. You just got to research it yourself. Go to Google Scholar, research it all. But why I am ranting is that with my particular program that I offer on my online personal coaching for my clients, is we do a blood sugar test and a ketone blood sugar or blood test as documentation. So for me and for my records for that particular client, I have them take a picture of that of their blood sugar level at that particular time I'm having them do it, because on the meter there's a day, time, and a date there. And I'm putting that in their file for my own documentation, so that if in fact we get a doctor who is very skeptic or who just and this is the issue. And I'm going to read you a conversation I had with one of my clients that you need to know this. And this is why I'm putting this video out there. If you know somebody with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes or fatty liver, and they're on multiple medications, or they've been on medication for a long time, you need to share this video with them. They need to know this. And for those, and you guys out there need to know what's going on with these doctors and what they're doing. Now, not all of them. Now, I've got some clients that have doctors that are gung-ho. They're seeing the actual live blood test or glucose level, and it's showing their glucose dropping considerably in a short amount of time, and they're all for this, and they're actually telling their clients, whatever you're doing, you keep on doing. Now, are they recognizing this as a change for their own platform? No, not really. They're not going to change, because why? Because the AMA won't let them, and if they do change and go the natural way, they're going to lose their license, which means their wallets are going to get very thin. So it's money oriented. Why most of these people are on medication. But the problem is we have doctors out there that are actually giving the wrong advice on the medication, and that by changing what you eat and by changing the time when you eat it, I mean, even if you also can also change the type of water you drink, because hydrogen-rich water is known to regulate your blood sugar as well. It escalates everything we do prior to that. But the problem is that these doctors are telling their clients that are showing them the documentation after they have changed their lifestyle. Now, this particular client, I'm going to read you what the conversation was he had with me yesterday. He's been on the program for a little over 90 days now. And he was up at his A1C when he started with me was at 14, dangerously high. And he's been on medication. A matter of fact, because his blood sugar kept going higher, they actually doubled his metformin, which is really doubled it. Go and look at what the side effects of metformin is over a long period of time. They also put him on insulin besides the metformin, so he's getting double dipped here with drugs that are going to cause kidney issues and liver issues prolonged time. That's a known fact. And so he's been with me now for 90 days. He had a goal. He was probably one of my best clients. He was consistent, asked a lot of questions, and stayed focused through this whole time, because he realized from his own investigation that his diabetes was out of control, and he was going to end up having some kind of severe medical issue, even lose an eye or a leg or a foot. That's the side effects of type 2 diabetes, is losing limbs. Diabetic ulcers, look up diabetic ulcers, horrendous. It's kind of like a flesh-eating disease, and you don't want to get to that point. Now, can you reverse that? Yes, you can, but it takes a lot of work. So why not prevent it? If you already have type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, prevent it now so you don't get them. But the conversation we had was this yesterday, and I'm going to go ahead and read it. And so now, even though he's been documenting his blood sugar levels, he's been well below, I think his, I'm trying to see here. I don't know. Okay, I don't see it. I don't know I forgot where his blood sugar was at when we first started. I think it was up in the high 170s or 200s when we first started. But I do know his A1C was at 14, which is ridiculous. Okay, so just recently he did he's also been trying. He's been below 100 on his blood glucose levels for well over a month now, and documenting everything. and he's been communicating with his doctor saying, hey, you know what, I want to start backing off on this medication because my blood sugar now is in a healthy environment. And the doctor kept saying, no, we're not ready yet. You've got to go see your primary doctor first, and he's got to okay it first. Just keep on doing what you're doing with the medication. Well, this was his last recent. Now, his recent, he did 2 blood tests. He did one a couple months ago, I think it was, and he did another one. Another one just recently. And this was the results of his last blood test that he did recently. I'll read it to you. It says here, got my blood work results back. My A1C is at 5.7. That's incredible. That right there is an answer that his type 2 diabetes has been reversed and his insulin resistance is no longer there. So now he's put his body into a safe blood sugar level now, which is incredible. And it really, in really a short 90 plus days, that's not that long of a time. Let's see, at 180, my blood sugar levels are normal and not, that's according to his blood test. My blood sugar levels are normal and not diabetic. My doctor wanted to drop my insulin from 10 units to 8 units once a day. I already dropped it myself to 5 to 6 units once a day months ago. Well, honestly, guys, I don't recommend my clients to drop their medication on their own. I actually have them call their doctors up, show them the documentation that their blood sugar has been consistently below 100, and then let the doctor lower the medication for them. And I actually have a couple clients that's exactly what the doctor did. So they've been communicating with the doctor, and of course the doctor saw the results and did that. Well, this particular client, his doctor, wouldn't even listen. And so that's why he had to do it himself, and that's his own choice, okay? So then, here's the next question. Let me get my notes here. I'm reading right from the conversation here. Okay, when I asked about the metformin, they said, "Oh, boy, this just shows that there's no communication with the doctor and the client." I didn't know you were taking that. They didn't even know he was on metformin. The kicker to this is you were the ones that prescribed it to me. That was his answer. They doubled it. He told them they doubled it. They doubled it in 2,000 months ago. Doubled up to 2,000 months ago. I did the 2,000 once or 1,000 twice a day for a little while, but then backed off to the original 1,500 twice a day. My drop in numbers wasn't because of the meds. It is my new lifestyle. So here we have the doctors didn't even know that they prescribed metformin. Then because his blood sugar was still going up even though he's on the medication, well, let's just go, well, try this. Let's bump it up twice as much. Now you're going to get twice as much side effects. Come on, guys. How does that make sense? You have a man here who decided to take his own health in his own hands and not give his health to a doctor who has no idea what the heck he's doing because he's not educated in this at all, obviously. And so if he had to take it in his own hands. So let's see what he says next. Okay, he says here, all right, he says here, I have an appointment with my diabetic doctor on November 6th. So now he's going to go to the original diabetic doctor on November 6th. I'm sure he stated, I'm sure there's going to be more labs that will be done at that time. Now, the doctors did mention to him, Now this gets me every time. The doctor did mention to him, it seems like the meds are now working. He has been on meds for a long time. Before he even started our diabetic online personal coaching program. And they upped them up twice as high because they weren't working. Then he started on our program, and in a short amount of time, we start dropping his blood sugar. Now, you got to understand, this man was very consistent, and he was very focused, and he had a mission. And that's what happened when somebody's very focused and have a mission. They're going to get the best results. Well, then, Richard sent me, in the same message, he says, they seem to ignore anything and are determined to keep me on meds. They reach to the new numbers with the meds are working great. And when I challenged their continued recommendation of the meds, they said, we're just family and general practitioners as their excuse. We are not the doctors. If they do not take me off the meds on the 23rd of next month, I will then find a new doctor, which is probably what he needs to do. Well, then, right after that message, I got another message from my client that said, my doctor's assistant called back and wants me to drop my insulin to 4 units. 2 units down from 6 units that I had dropped myself. So he had to take it upon himself to drop his own insulin on, which is, you got to be real careful, guys. You got to be real careful when you do this, because when you're on medication for a long time, you can't just cold turkey stop doing it. And that's why we recommend you to try to work with your doctor. Now, obviously, my client couldn't do that because the doctor wouldn't work with him. So it was his choice. Okay. Let's see what else he had. Oh, and then he says, I have another appointment on November 23rd with my new labs done the week before. So this client also, because he had got his blood sugar under control and his ketone levels were much higher, and we were monitoring the different foods, because see, the blood glucose level and the blood ketone levels, it will determine which foods that he's eating that will actually try to sabotage his lowering of his glucose level. So we can detect certain foods that are causing that and eliminate them. We're all different. We're all not the same. So we have to customize the meal plan that works best for you. There's no way that you're going to be successful in either reversing prediabetes, reversing type 2 diabetes, reversing a fatty liver or obesity, or just to lose that hard to lose belly fat, unless you do an actual blood glucose test using a meter and a ketone meter. There's no way, and then you've got to document it and follow it, because that's the only way you're going to determine if you're sabotaging yourself with the plan you're going with. And that's where most people fail, is when they start their new lifestyle. The first 30 days, they get frustrated and they quit and they fail and they blame it on the meal plan, when actually it was because they were not educated and they didn't quite understand the rules, because there are rules and there are protocols you have to follow. Okay, guys? So, guys, that just gives you an idea of how most doctors, I am going to have to say this, most doctors are thinking that the medication they're giving them is going to reverse. Well, maybe they're not thinking that, because they continually put them on medication and their blood sugars are not really changing. They may drop a little bit, but they're not really changing. So maybe they know that the medication is not going to work. And how that's against the rules, right? I mean, so you're going to be on medication that's going to cause major side effects over time, forever, when there's actually science proof And there's actually doctors that have been doing this type of meal plans. You know, we do the primal eating or a keto meal as you know it. We combine it with the intermittent fasting and prolonged fasting. Both these programs are science backed to show how they will reverse diabetes. And then on top of that, if you want to escalate it and move it even faster, change the type of water you're drinking that science is also showing to reverse or regulate blood sugar and helps to escalate the two programs before that. When you combine primal eating and intermittent and prolonged fasting, you're gonna be consistent. You're gonna knock your blood sugar down to a healthy level in a pretty short amount of time. I mean, I have plenty of documentation. See, what happens is if anybody wants to come back at me, I have actual pictures and documentation proving that these scientific proven methods actually work, and our type 2 diabetic program is designed around science because there's a lot of new science coming out, guys. So guys, like I said, go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, check out the other health videos I have. You can also go to my Weight Loss Made Easy Solution Facebook group page, join it. I put on all kinds of new scientific research on different programs out there. I also put on my fat burning recipes when I get some new ones. But if you know somebody with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, or they are obese, because all four of those, the programs are the same. It's all about imbalanced hormones, and you've lost control of the hormone that is designed to add fat. It's designed to add more belly fat, and those of you that are 40 or 50 plus, it's hormonal. You can get control of that hormone. There's 3 or 4 of them. You can get control of it by just changing changing what you eat and when you eat it. It really is that simple. But there's a protocol you have to follow, and there's certain tools. Okay, guys? So like I said, pass this along, share it with your friends. I hope you saw some value in this. And guys, you need to take your health into your own hands. Don't rely on your doctor because they are not educated in nutrition. If they were, and they followed other doctors who have now completely changed their platform on how they're reversing type 2 diabetes or obesity, then there would be more doctors out there promoting the program that we do. But right now, very few, only a couple. I mean, in the last few years, I've only had a couple clients that actually had doctors that were freaking out saying, man, I want to know more about this program because your blood sugar is dropping enormously. Now, this particular client I talked about today, not only did he reverse his type 2 diabetes, but he's also has to go out and buy new clothes. He has to go out and buy new work clothes because the byproduct of getting your blood sugar down to normal consistently is you're going to lose body fat. That's how the program works. And those of us like me who have always had issues with belly fat or fat on my back or fat on my love handles, you want to call them, that's how we were able to lose that, is because of this scientific proven program that's out there that most of you don't even know. Okay, so if you want to know more about the program that we offer, message me at drinknatureswater@gmail.com and I can send you more information about that. So guys, I hope you have a great day. Hope you saw some value in this, and we'll see you guys the next time around. Have a great day.